I had 2 hilarious videos on there, okay, but she said she'll put it on there. But the one was of me doing a headstand on the top of me, and I tried to do it, I kept on falling, but she said she did put it up, but I also put it up on my blog, because I just lost it, it's like so. And the other one was now in Ethiopia, okay, I keep myself amused, okay, because I was there. So I put the hands there, and then I gave myself a pedicure, okay, but it was my toothbrush, okay, but I had to, okay. But I put it on fast forward, and I was kicked out of the choir when I went to school. So I've always been traumatized by that, and I just thought, this is it. I'm getting over this block. So when we got to the top, I sang happy birthday to myself, but the guy and the scout pissed himself. I mean, it's like he's holding his hand, and he just thought he's never met a crazy woman. But it was like so free and whatever. So that you had to see it. I mean, that was the best slide. So, but she did so. So you have to laugh at yourself.
Are you always with a different guide, or do you have a partner that goes with you?
No. I think every trip's been different. I started off with a Kili trip that I organised, and then the second one, actually how it started was I had the 74-year-old Sarah, okay? He took me to the mountains because my dad said it's terrible that I haven't been to a South African mountain, but I climbed Kilimanjaro. So I decided this is it. And he introduced me to the Joburg bit. But he's very passionate about it, and he didn't believe in taking a team. So I just think I've been so fortunate in the people coming to my life, that's passionate about the mountains. And then it was on one of the hiking trips that I bumped into this group, and they were the Exploration Society of South Africa, and they said they're training, and I said, for what? They said they're going to Rwanda, to Uganda. I said, when? 2 weeks. And of course I was on that plane with them, and it's just like I was meant to be on the mountains, So I ended up also no ice climbing experience, but I loved Rwenzori when I saw her. It's like cheapest. I don't know, I've got this thing with the mountains, and I don't want to come home, I don't want to get off. But we didn't make it to the top. But I just loved every second, because I think I didn't know what to expect. I had no expectations. It was like the mud. It was incredible. But because I didn't expect anything, it was like fantastic. And then I thought, actually, what? Then I was hooked. I thought the 7 summits. But I thought, what? Africa is going to be a lot cheaper and a lot easier. Do that, of course. I think I've learned so much, so it actually didn't always work out that I would end up in that mountain or that country. In Guinea-Conakry, we didn't even think we would go there. And then someone said, okay, but just wait until the election's done, you can actually just go in and come out. So of course it didn't work like that, but things just happen, and I think the best is you mustn't expect too much and just be flexible. Like when I went to Rwanda, I thought, okay, I had my permit, and they said, no, I can't. After I've been to Rwanda, I was in there, and I thought, what, it's fine, I can either stay in my guest house, or I can go back to Uganda. This was now 3 hours after going from Uganda to Rwanda. And I just grabbed my bag and I went back to Uganda, and it's like the guy said to me, what? You've got to pay 500 rand again for your visa. Yeah. And then someone said to me, but you can go to this one, I forgot the volcano's name, but then you stand on the border between the DRC, Rwanda and Uganda. I thought, well, that's a great idea. But also I thought, the volcanoes are rock, but it is beautiful places. I mean, it's this forest, and it's very slippery. So I got there, and the guy said to me, what? When we were walking down, the guide said to me, what? There's a high volcano, and actually, there you stand on that was the highest one. He did mention something about you could swim, and this was like, okay, maybe whatever. But yeah, I did jump in with my thermal undies, but it didn't help anything. So it was like moments like that. You know, and the transport for me was just, it's amazing what you do. It's like you would get to this remote place and the guy would be chopping a path open with his ponga and then his phone would ring. It's like, really? It's like, what? Yeah, there were so many great moments. I mean, I was like rushing because I had to get back to Rwanda. And I took a motorbike, okay, to get to the mountain fast and get to the mountain back. And yeah, this guy stopped every now and again because he's got a client on the phone, you know. So I just really, I think you must just go with the flow, you know.
That sounds really fantastic.
Yeah.
And what's your favorite country then, since you've been to so many?
I've got Sierra Leone. Because I think what happened after all those deserts was I really didn't do well. I got there, I didn't know what to expect. Like, see, I don't know what's happening. With the West Africa trip, I actually went with Alan Reynolds. So he planned most of it. And he got so upset with me. He said, but he told me, you know, there's going to be a climbing involved. And I just, you know, I've got a lot of things I'm busy with. And yeah, it was like we landed there and it was green. Plus it was the World Soccer, it just started. So the atmosphere was absolutely, the energy. And Freetown, they've just been through a war. I mean, there's not a second of silence because there's no electricity. So you'll hear the what do you call it? Generators. There's not a second of silence, but the energy. And it's like when we travel, the people would shout out, "We love you, we love you." You know, so it was. I loved it. You know, I don't know. I can't explain it. There was this 500-year-old silk cotton tree. I mean, it was in the middle of Freetown. And it's just, no, the energy was, it was something else.
I'm sure you have so many photos to show.
I've got great. You know, the people ask me to say, is that real, that 4x4?
Yeah. How did it get like that?
That trip was supposed to last at the most 2 hours. 8 hours later, okay, I had to get a motorbike. That guy had a breakdown, a nervous breakdown. But I think we ended up walking more than what we could. And I've got so amazing footage. I mean, it's like I've got it when it went backwards and that was it. I mean, it didn't want to go anywhere. And it was really loaded with okay, we had the chickens in and we had the chilies on top. And the poor chickens, I felt so bad for them. I don't know, at one stage, it's like, where they went and stuff. But I do have amazing footage. I don't know, people say I've just got the knack to get all the action photos of people falling. I mean, on this one volcano. It's so slippery. And he only found out that his boots doesn't have any grip on. I mean, coming down. Really, it looks like Charlie Chaplin, you know, it throws his stick and whatever. After I sang Happy Birthday to myself very falsely on top, I've got their permission to show it now. Yeah, the other one I've got is about Uganda. I went back there, and it's the dry season, okay? But Uganda is full of bog, okay? You walk with gumboots. You don't walk with gumboots, yeah? But I love Rwenzori. So this lady's walking on a log, okay, and I was talking to the guide and I said to him, okay, Robert, this is now the dry season, and the next moment she falls. Because I got blamed for it. Yeah, so I've got so many great, memories and things like that. But the traveling got to me. Sometimes when the bus starts, the engine starts burning, and it's like, I think also what got to me sometimes is you never knew where you're going to end up. I mean, we went in at 12 o'clock in the middle of nowhere, but the people always came and it always felt like I had an angel around me, And when I couldn't speak the language, that was really, I don't know, challenging. And of course Mauritania. Mauritania, we didn't speak the language. We got from the one border, from Mali, you have to walk. And then we just sat there, and everyone was like, okay, I thought it was a straight bus there, but you know, maybe I misunderstood there. So it was, we waited there and we waited, and I'm friendly with everyone, but when's the bus coming? And then they put out the carpets, and I'm lying there, and I've got very good stories. So, I think my friend was, you know, you really got a bit grumpy with me, and there's this big spiders, but they're running around. I don't know, you call them something, but I'm fascinated by them. I mean, there's hundreds of them. And they're up the walls and whatever, and I was about to fall asleep. And Alan tells me, you know what, if you wake up, and one of them are on you and you start screaming, they're going to shoot you. Evening I was very frustrated. I don't know when the bus was coming, and eventually it came, 2 o'clock, so we left there. Every 10 kilometers we were stopped for bribes. If the bus driver didn't pay it, because we refused, they would search all our bags. And then, 10 kilometers on. No, so by the time I really got to the mountain, and this lady kept on taking me to the wrong mountain. It's like, why do you want to go to that one? There's a higher one, that one, but it wasn't higher, you know. So it was, yeah, that's when I did the eat stand.
So then, what's the next milestone that you're going to climb?
I want to do the 6 islets, but I need some fellow adventurers, because I think we should get the adventure races with. I was thinking, you know, could be quite a nice trip.